Hey guys! I never thought I'd be making a video about multiple sclerosis, but here we are. I guess life just throws these curveballs at you sometimes, right? Anyway, today we're gonna dive into the wild world of MS, and I promise it'll be way more fun than it sounds. Like, who says we can't laugh while learning about our bodies trying to sabotage us? It's gonna be a wild ride, so buckle up. Okay, so multiple sclerosis. It's like this really annoying party crasher in your central nervous system. You know how in movies there's always that one character who shows up uninvited and messes everything up? Yeah, that's MS. It decides to attack this stuff called myelin, which is like super important for your nerves to function properly. So imagine your nerves are like those long balloon animals clowns make at birthday parties. The myelin is like the balloon part, protecting the inside. MS comes along and starts popping holes in the balloon, and suddenly your nerve signals are all wonky. It's like trying to have a phone conversation while someone's poking holes in the cord. Not fun, guys. Not fun at all. And the worst part, you can't even yell at MS to leave the party. Now let's talk about our immune system. Usually it's like this super cool army protecting us from bad guys like viruses and bacteria. But with MS, it's like the army got really confused and started attacking the wrong target. And the worst part is, you can't just tell them to stop. It's not like you can have a sit down with your immune system and be like, "Hey guys, you're doing a great job and all, but could you maybe not attack my nerves?" If only it were that easy, right? The most common type is relapsing remitting MS. It's like playing a really unfair game of tag. You're fine for a while, then MS tags you and you're dealing with symptoms. Then it goes away again and you're like, phew, glad that's over. But surprise, it comes back later. Then there's primary progressive MS, which is like being on a slow-moving train that only goes downhill. No stops, no breaks, just a gradual increase in symptoms. And finally, we have secondary progressive MS, which is like a combo meal of the other two. You start with relapses and remissions, but then it's like MS gets bored and decides to switch to the progressive version. Now let's talk treatments. Because living with MS isn't challenging enough, we get to add human pincushion to our resume. You've got pills, which sounds great until you realize they're the size of horse tranquilizers. Then there are injections, for those who really want to feel like a secret agent with a daily mission. And let's not forget infusions, where you get to spend quality time in a hospital chair while drugs drip into your veins. But here's the kicker. Everyone's MS is different, so finding the right treatment is like trying to win a game of darts while blindfolded and spinning in circles. But hey, at least you get really good at swallowing pills and develop a high tolerance for needles. Silver linings, people. So, living with MS is definitely an adventure. Some days you feel like a superhero, and other days you can barely remember where you put your keys. Sure, Mississippi throws some pretty weird curveballs at you, but it also gives you a whole new appreciation for the good days. Plus, you get really good at coming up with creative excuses for why you're walking funny or why you just said banana instead of hello. And let's be honest, it's a great conversation starter at parties. So what do? Oh, I fight my own immune system for fun. Well guys, we've made it through this crash course on MS without crashing too hard ourselves. I hope you learned something, laughed a little, and maybe feel a bit more understanding towards those of us dealing with this wacky disease. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who needs a good laugh or a weird way to learn about MS. Until next time, keep your myelin safe and your sense of humor ready.